Hi YouTube, welcome to Shimmer Girl Talks. This was going to be kind of a long video, but I'm going to try to just get straight to the point. We've all heard the topics on various YouTube platforms. Black men do not build. And I would just like to challenge the women who say those things. What exactly do you expect from men that you're not allowing to make you a wife? When you choose to have children with a man or men, how do those men go about? Because you created those kids in chaos and confusion. Anytime you don't get married, you have a child as a single woman, that is a negative right there. And real brief, I was running errands a couple of weeks ago with my husband, and we happened to be in a Chaldean area. And I decided to stay in the car while he ran into the store. And so as I sat in the car, I'm looking at it's a grocery store. I think it was a tax place. It's a bakery. There's a salon. And like I said, this is a Chaldean area. And I got to thinking about Black men in building. But I also thought about the fact that we as women in our community, we don't seem to realize that we set the tone not only of our home, but it would spill over into the community as well. Think about it. When you look on TV or YouTube and stuff like that, who are the women who speaks for most Black women? Who speaks for us for the most part? You have the twerkers, you have the rappers, you have the ratchets, you have the single mothers, the traditional minded type women, the married women. We tend to be, I don't want to say that we tend to be at the back, but we don't tend to be the default thought for how society views us. They view us, Black women, as the single mother in an urban setting, struggling. I was watching a popular TV show. I'm not going to name the TV show, but it's one that is. But I watch it. It's a series, and it was the typical Black woman in the hood, single Black mother in the hood, and this white man ended up giving her like this, stack of cash so she can get out of the hood. And I personally hate that particular stereotype about us. But at the same time, we as women perpetuate it. We glorify it. So, but let me get back to the topic at hand. Setting the tone of our home, ultimately the community, and Black men building. I don't think, and so I'm going to tell you, I don't think that our community seem to understand that when a man has a wife and children, and he gets with other men who have wives and children, that's when you start to see building of communities. Right now, the single mother has such a strong chokehold on our community. You cannot tell Black women nothing. You can't tell single Black mothers nothing. You can't tell single women nothing. And the thing is, y'all tend to think that we're trying to hurt you or that we're bashing you or dissing you or whatever, when we are literally trying to help bring our community back up. The thing is with us, we have so much potential. Do you guys know how much money that Black people in America have compared to other Black people in other countries? I'm hearing it's trillions of dollars that is spent on McDonald's and Nike and Gucci and stuff like that. We do not put this same type of money back into our communities. Just recently, going off on a quick tangent, this Black nurse in the state that I live in just opened a fresh produce grocery store, and I love it. And I plan to go, what's the word I want to use? I plan to go there to support her. That's what I'm looking for. We don't support each other the way other communities support each other. As far as, like, I mean, we could probably have like the grocery stores and like the little strip mall all black owned and stuff, but that's very rare, at least where I live. You might see pockets of stores, usually like a soul food place. You might have tax places and stuff like that. But I'm not going to go too deep into that because I have an opinion about all of that too, because you got a lot of trifling behavior within our community as far as either stealing money, not all, but I'm just saying it does happen. And also, you have a lot of black people, because you're black, they want the cousin discount and stuff like that, so that's another topic for another time. But I just wanted to talk about setting the tone. And this is not just directed at black women, this is just women, period. We create the nest in our home. Our home should be peaceful and chaos free. Now, of course, once children are in there, I understand that that is a different lifestyle altogether. But if you're, able to be a stay-at-home mom, you still should be able to have a chaos-free home, peaceful home. But I'm gonna leave that one alone because, I don't have no youngins in my house, so it's easy for me to say. It's just my husband and I. But that still does not negate what I'm saying as far as, bringing peace to the home, setting the tone, stuff like that. So I wanted to talk about black men in building, if I did not mention it already, because I've started this video a couple of times, so. But when husbands get together, I'm not a man, so I can only go based on the husbands that I've, been around, like either in my family, at work, my own husband, stuff like that. When men get together and they know that they have a wife that they have to take care of and children, they know they be on their purpose. Let's put it that way. They be on their purpose. But when you are a woman and you are not on your purpose, that creates chaos. It creates confusion. And seeing what a lot of you women will do is you will have children with one or two or three or four different men, and then you expect some type of stability. That is not conducive to a stable home life. If you have different men that's coming to pick up their kid on the weekend or whatever, while you go to the club and, party instead of trying to be a wife. A lot of you ladies who are talking about how these men don't build and stuff like that, y'all have not given these men anything to build for. You can go on Facebook if you don't believe me. You can go on various forums around the internet. How many times do you see black women writing, marriage is not a goal? I see that almost every day. Marriage is not a goal. Marriage is not a cure-all. All women ain't trying to get married. I'm not getting married because, girl, your husband in my DMs anyway, and all of that foolishness. Black women, from what I've seen for the past 15 to 20 years, are the only race of women that shoots down marriage so hard. And even when you might see some white women that might talk about marriage, guess what? They still got husbands. They still have husbands. Not all of them. I just find it almost comical. It's sad, but it's comical that so many of you women have this fight the patriarchy mindset, not realizing that a lot of those women are coming from a place of deep hatred for men. Another thing that I see from black women is that whole pick me mess. And I saw this video the other day. I'm not going to name the artist because I've already talked about her. And it was like six women basically humping on each other while that artist, she's singing in the background or whatever. And I was like, and I think they were all black. It might have been maybe one non-black woman in there, but black women be big up in that stuff. And I'm like, I don't understand why we seem to be the main race of women that want to fight against knowing what men want, but then at the same time wanting a man, but not wanting to get on a man's program. But you want to listen to women who also don't have men, and you're trying to figure it out. And then you have women like me, and you have other platforms like me where either the women they're either married or they're traditional minded enough to understand where men are coming from. We don't know entirely because we're not men, but I would think that if you're a single woman, you want a husband, that you would go to where either the married women are and listen to them and ignore the women, because you're going to have women that say, well, just because you married, he probably this, that, and the other. And as a matter of fact, I was on Messy Michon's channel the other day, and I had responded to her. You know, women like us in our platform, and it's not just us, we get a lot of sign language from other black women. And going off on a very quick tangent, you notice how the sisterhood never has smoke for women that go into restaurants and twerk, women that walk naked into turkey hut restaurants, women who are singing about deleting babies, women crashing their cars into restaurants because somebody didn't put a hamburger in their bag. The sisterhood never has smoke for those women. But be a traditional minded type of a woman who's talking about women having accountability, all of a sudden you're a pick me, your husband is this, or whatever. So this woman on Messy Michon's channel, she said something to me about you're not even black men's preference. Like that negates what I'm saying. And she is a woman who didn't even have her picture up. She's like the third woman that says something about me not being a preference, which it does not matter to me. I'm still going to have my message. And like I said to her, I said, where's your picture? How are you talking about me? My picture's on display. I'm not insecure about my looks. Where's your picture? And better yet, where's your husband? I said, I've been married for 13, going on 14 years. And she did not come back to me to respond to that. But of course she wasn't going to respond to it because her whole motive was simply to try to sign language me, to shut me up. I have absolutely no issue with people coming at me if they disagree with me. You know what, sister girl, I don't agree with you because this, that, and the other. But anytime you have to lead with the insult, like, oh, and she also said to me, and I'm going to post a link, so, you know, you'll probably find my comment there. She also said something to me about, yeah, and your man, he's probably just with you until somebody better comes along. And that's when I said, well, I've been married for 13, going on 14 years. And regardless, it still does not negate my message. My message is still going to be my message. You know, so if you don't agree with me, then tell me why you disagree with me instead of going off on me because you got triggered by something that I said. So today's topic, as I said, black men building. Ladies, you have to give black men something to build for. You cannot create chaos in your life through children with a man over here or several men and then wanting the safe guy, the nice guy, the corny guy to come in and save the day. Pick that guy from jump and then build your life from there. So that is my topic for today. I hope you made it to the end. Please like, subscribe, but check out my other videos first to make sure we vibe, and I will talk to you later. Bye.